Hello everyone. Welcome to my bold and the beautiful news channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. Before we dive into today's content, make sure to hit that subscribe button and show some love by giving this video a thumbs up. At the precipitous house, Lee asks Taylor, "Your heart is falling flat." Taylor says, "Okay." Lee is so grieved. Taylor says she overlooked her side effects for some time and never scrutinized her absence of energy. At the point when she got chest agonies and windedness, she went to see a specialist. He said that I have cardiovascular breakdown. I'm kicking the bucket. Lee asked what the cardiologist said. Taylor hasn't seen one. She needed to come straight home. Lee proposes to run a few tests. She has a few exceptionally respected partners she can interface her with as well. Taylor says thanks to her, this is all to such an extent. There's no time to spare. That is the truth. At Forrester, Steffy tells Edge they need to persuade her mom to remain in Los Angeles. She's certain he can break through to her. Satisfy father. Simply inspire her to remain. I realize you can make it happen. Edge jokes that he's really enchanting and exceptionally convincing. Steffy snickers that her mother esteems his perspective. Edge consents to converse with her and attempt to persuade her to remain around. Steffy would rather not be separated from that person mother any longer. At the Forrester Manor, Donna feels remorseful as she presented Luna as an understudy. Brooke and Eric guarantee her that the young lady had them generally tricked. Eric proclaims that Steffy is fortunate to be alive. They're completely feeling better that Finn got to her in time. Edge and Taylor had no clue about how much difficulty Steffy was truly in. Brooke glimmers to telling Taylor she'll ensure trust doesn't rely on her instinct to Finn, and then choosing to deal with being companions and bringing harmony between their little girls. Donna inquires, "Hi, Brooke. Are you there?" Brooke says she was contemplating her new talk with Taylor. This time they may really become companions. Donna muses that more odd things have occurred. Brooke drew near to Steffy toward the end. Eric asks what makes her figure Taylor would believe should do that at this point. Brooke says she's not there to win Edge back, yet to invest energy with Steffy and her loved ones. Donna takes note of that previously. Taylor's return would worry for Brooke. Brooke says there's something else regarding Taylor. She's different as well and realizes her place in Edge's heart. Brooke thinks she and Taylor share a ton, practically speaking, similar to her associations with their kids and grandkids. Eric feels that will attempt to keep them companions. Donna inquires as to whether she thinks Taylor is moving back to LA. Brooke doesn't know. Eric trusts she stays, particularly for the well-being of Steffy. Donna says after all she's had to deal with, she could utilize her mom. Eric thinks having Taylor back would be great for every one of them. At Forrester, Steffy lets Edge know that messaging and calling simply aren't something very similar. They chuckle that her mom's images are cliché. She comprehends she has a dynamic life, however she wants her mother. A young lady needs her mom. Edge comprehends his girl missing her mother. He misses his consistently. He believes Steffy's stressed over nothing, since Taylor hasn't expressed anything to him about leaving. Steffy says she elevates them all and she doesn't have any idea what she would manage without her. We've proactively lost such a lot of time with mother. I would rather not squander another second. At the Bluff House, Taylor expresses gratitude toward Lee for the rundown of specialists she sent her. She says she's been investing as much energy as possible with her loved ones. Lee gets some information about her windedness. Taylor says it's getting harder to stow away. Lee inquires as to why she's concealing it. Taylor says she's not informing her family regarding this. Lehevs, they would need to be close by. You need to educate your family regarding this. Taylor isn't telling anybody, nor are you. Nobody can realize this is going on. Taylor tells Lee that having her friends and family around while she goes through this is significant. However, she would rather not alarm them. Lee contends she'll require support. Taylor repeats that she doesn't believe anybody should be aware of her condition. She cautions Lee she can't utter a word. Lee concurs despite the fact that she actually thinks they need to be aware. Taylor won't trouble them or drop a bomb on individuals she thinks often about the most. Lee says it's her decision, however, requests that she keep a receptive outlook. She might begin to see things diversely as this advances. Taylor breathes out, advances. Definitely. This hits her in ways. However, she can't be terrified. She needs to attempt to confront passing with however much strength and elegance that she can marshal. At Forrester, Brooke and Edge make out in the fundamental office. He snorts. That was an incredible hello. He tells her Steffy stopped by to discuss her mom. Brooke says she had a fascinating discussion with Taylor today. She connected and needed to talk with me. Edge, looking vigilant, asks what she needed to discuss. Brooke says they talked about trust and Finn, and she consoled her. They need harmony between the families. I inquired as to whether we could be companions once more. Edge would cherish that. Perhaps then Taylor would remain in L.A. His little girl needs her mother. He doesn't believe she should lose her once more. At the precipice house, Taylor speeds and looks profound as she gazes at the outlined photographs of Steffy's loved ones. She glimmers to telling Lee her heart is coming up short and she's perishing. Steffy strolls in and Taylor attempts to conceal her tears. Steffy sees and inquires, "What's happening?" She reminds her mom that she can tell her anything. At the Cliff House, Lee asks Taylor, "Your heart is failing." Taylor says yes. Lee is so sorry. Taylor says she ignored her symptoms for a while and never questioned her lack of energy. When she got chest pains and shortness of breath, she went to see a doctor. He said that I have heart failure. I'm dying. Lee asks what the cardiologist said. Taylor hasn't seen one. She wanted to come straight home. Lee offers to run some tests. She has some highly regarded colleagues she can connect her with too. Taylor thanks her. This is all so much. Time is running out. That's the reality. At Forrester, Steffy tells Ridge they have to convince her mother to stay in Los Angeles. She's sure he can get through to her. Please, Dad, just get her to stay. I know you can do it. Ridge jokes that he's super charming and very persuasive. Steffy laughs that her mom values his opinion. Ridge agrees to talk to her and try to convince her to stay in town. Steffy doesn't want to be apart from him or her mom anymore. At the Forrester mansion, Donna feels guilty that she introduced Luna as an intern. Brooke and Eric assure her that the young woman had them all fooled. Eric declares that Steffy is lucky to be alive. They're all relieved that Finn got to her in time. Ridge and Taylor had no idea how much trouble Steffy was really in. Brooke flashes to telling Taylor she'll make sure Hope doesn't follow her heart to Finn, and then deciding to work on being friends and bringing peace between their daughters. Donna asks, "Hello, Brooke. Are you there?" Brooke says she was thinking about her recent talk with Taylor. This time, they may truly become friends. Donna muses that stranger things have happened. Brooke did get close to Stephanie at the end. Eric asks what makes her think Taylor would want to do that now. Brooke says she's not there to win Ridge back, but to spend time with Steffy and her family. Donna notes that in the past, Taylor's return would be concerning for Brooke. Brooke says there's something different about Taylor. She's different too and knows her place in Ridge's heart. Brooke thinks she and Taylor have a lot in common, like her connections with their children and grandchildren. Eric thinks that will work to keep them friends. Donna asks if she thinks Taylor is moving back to L.A. Brooke isn't sure. Eric hopes she stays, especially for Steffy's sake. Donna says after all she's been through, she could use her mother. Eric thinks having Taylor back would be good for all of them. At Forrester, Steffy tells Ridge that texting and calling just aren't the same. They laugh that her mother's memes are corny. She understands she has a vibrant life, but she needs her mom. A girl needs her mama. Ridge understands his daughter missing her mom. He misses his every day. He thinks Steffy's worried about nothing, since Taylor hasn't said anything to him about leaving. Steffi says she uplifts them all and she doesn't know what she would do without her. We've already lost so much time with Mom. I do not want to waste another moment. At the Cliff House, Taylor thanks Lee for the list of doctors she sent her. She says she's been spending as much time as she can with her family. Lee asks about her shortness of breath. Taylor says it's getting harder to hide. Lee asks why she's hiding it. Taylor says she's not telling her family about this. Lee gasps. They would want to be by her side. You have to tell your family about this. Taylor isn't telling anyone, and neither are you. No one can know this is happening. Taylor tells Lee that having her loved ones around while she goes through this is important, but she doesn't want to scare them. Lee argues she'll need support. Taylor reiterates that she doesn't want anyone to know about her condition. She warns Lee she can't say anything. Lee agrees, although she still thinks they need to know. Taylor won't burden them or drop a bomb on the people she cares about the most. Lee says it's her choice, but asks her to keep an open mind. She may start to see things differently as this progresses. Taylor exhales, progresses. Yeah, this hits her in waves. She cannot be scared, though. She has to try and face death with as much strength and grace as she can muster. At Forrester, Brooke and Ridge make out in the main office. He grunts. That was quite the greeting. He tells her Steffi came by to talk about her mother. Brooke says she had an interesting conversation with Taylor today. She'd reached out and wanted to speak with me. Ridge, looking wary, asked what she wanted to talk about. Brooke says they discussed Hope and Finn, and she reassured her they want peace between the families. I asked her if we could be friends again. Ridge would love that. Maybe then Taylor would stay in LA. His daughter needs her mom. He doesn't want her to lose her again. At the Cliff House, Taylor paces and looks emotional as she stares at the framed photos of Steffi's family. She flashes to telling Lee her heart is failing and she's dying. Steffi walks in and Taylor tries to hide her tears. Steffi notices and asks what's going on. She reminds her mother that she can tell her anything. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more updates.